I'm a Brewfessional.
I'm a Brewfessional.
She's a Brewfessional.
And she's a Brewfessional.
Script game impeccable.
Them script game impeccable.
Them yacht fun so.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha. Big Brewfessionals.
Get out your book sack, buddy.
Yeah.
You back.
You back.
And we appreciate you for coming back, man. You know, when we say you back, we appreciate you coming back. We knew you would come back because we know these good words, man. This good manner is sweet like honey. But the application is when it get bitter for them. Because the same word that you eat and know, you're going to have to live by it.
Facts.
That's right. So you can't only consider these words, you have to do these words.
Facts.
Okay, so we understand why you're back. Because if it was a bowl of melon in front of me too, yum, 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 yum. I'm definitely
Delicioso.
I'm definitely the mountain monster. You know what I mean?
More manna, please.
Like, and I dunk it right in the milk. You feel me? Hey man, we appreciate y'all for coming, man. Y'all know it's all Esteem to you.
YAHUAH.
2 muscles up, man. 2 muscles up. If you support your bro and your sis, 2 muscles up, man.
Yeah.
You know we do. Man, appreciate all our brothers and sisters always supporting the cash, man. You already know, man. Shout out, man. So here go our shout outs for all your righteous threads. We got 613 Splash.
Shout out. Shout out.
We got the Way 613.
Shout out.
Lifeguard always on duty.
Shout out.
And we got Mind Culture Forever for the righteous music needs.
Shout out.
We sure do. And then we got the Urban Servants account that's definitely about to be put up under construction now. We putting this thing together real sweet because it's a lot of things we ready to offer to the people.
Facts.
Also we've been y'all should see some commercials flying by here real shortly. So
Yeah.
to get your commercial on here to advertise your business, make sure you go hit that covenantkeepers@gmail.com. Covenant Keepers ENT. Okay, so Covenant Keepers ENT@gmail.com.
Hit it.
Don't be shy.
Hit it.
It'll be a response back instantly.
ASAP.
Yeah. Okay, man. So yeah, and that's to get the commercials ran and all this stuff. So we definitely gonna be actually opening up our platform
Facts.
to do to be a service to the community.
Right.
You know, brothers who don't have a podcast or don't have so many not doing things like this where they can get things seen, we'll actually use ours where it's due to promote Hebrew business.
Right.
But we don't seem to think it's Hebrew owners. You know, only thing you think Hebrews do is make oils and incense
The soap
and shampoo.
and fringes.
See, that's the bake. But brews do a lot of other things. They actually in the credit department, the housing departments,
Right.
all those things. You know what I'm saying? With real
We also,
estate.
we got the urban service, financial services coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
We do. You know, man, travel agents for all these brews are going to these
That's right,
events,
huh?
different other things, man. You got to start looking into our own.
Facts.
Feel what I'm saying? Okay, before we get all the way into there though, we're gonna definitely talk about today, just to get into the subject matter of what we're saying. You know, we can get away from let time get away. Yeah, so we're gonna be dealing with spiritual warfare.
Ooh.
You know, shout out to Michael Israel though.
Shout out to Mike. Big Mike.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking a little bit about spiritual warfare and what it is to battle not only these physical things that's before us.
That's right.
We have to understand what's behind these attacks.
Right.
So we're gonna talk about the attacks and how we should prepare ourselves
Facts.
for these attacks. All right.
Facts. You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.
Yeah. Oh, it's your favorite eye. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got YAHUAH on my mind, all I think so. Cash, statues, and commandments, that's my bank, bro. Spin it wide, top of the line, this, that, up there. When I let my body in blue in my mind, it got me up there. They act like YAHUAH ain't this thing, I push on the pedal a little harder. They thinking the brother born in San Diego, cause I see offenses I charge. Me and my brother burn them up, really brothers really wrote on the model. We did. We tread on the tongues and nations in multitude, that's how we walking on water. I keep the sheep safe, now I mean plant-based, why would I lead to the slaughter? I would've handing out the showbread, thought it was a flatbread, it would let me free when I bought it. Holding on my right hand, baby, in my right hand, always doing what I taught her. I get it from the chief, yeah, way paper leaf, I'm a straight pad, walking out of follow. No, they know it ain't a bozo, never rockin' bobos, y'all on my mind and my collar. I was all alone till I found them laws, and I got a big bro and a father. I'm stepping on Babel like FIFA from everybody know I'm tan on them altars. I'm rolling with a fire, I don't need no gun, master send a couple leaders if I'm calling. I head over here for the truth. I had to go upstairs in the booth. Big YAHUAH in the soup. That's what made for a pair, it's a coat. I walk a straight line on you. If they getting out of line, I rebuke. Drop flavor in the water, this is soup. If YAHUAH drop it off, I'm a scoop. Got YAHUAH on my mind, all I think is so. Carry statues and commandments, that's my bankroll. Spend it wise, top of the line, this that up there. When all in my body and blue in my mind, it got me up there. Got YAHUAH on my mind, all I think so. Carry statues and commandments, that's my bankroll. Spend it wise, top of the line, this that up there. When all in my body and blue in my mind, it got me up there. Got YAHUAH on my mind, all I think is so. Carry statues and commandments, that's my bankroll. Spend it wise, top of the line, this that up there. When all in my body and blue in my mind, it got me up there. Got YAHUAH on my mind, all I think so. Carry statues and commandments, that's my bankroll. Spend it wise, top of the line, this that up there. When all in my body and blue in my mind, it got me up there.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.
And I'm your host, it's your favorite beloved YAHUAH.
It's your favorite
And I'm your co-host, Mish Pot. Burn 'em up, Mish.
Burn 'em up, Mish. And I'm your co-host, Script Flow. Woo! A 613 splitter. All esteem to YAHUAH.
All esteem to YAHUAH.
And y'all already know, you back. You back. You back. First of all, let me get these shout outs out the way, man. Shout out to the whole urban service conglomerate. You feel me? That should take care of everybody. Okay? So y'all already know my section. I'm going to get into these definitions, and I'm going to give you a little intermission, and then I'm going to pass it out to Big Eye. You know how I do, man. Quick, swift, in a hurry. Like Curry. You feel me? Okay. So let's jump straight into this thing. And today we're talking about spiritual warfare. So the definition for spiritual is relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. And warfare is engagement in or the activities involved in war or conflict. Now, spiritual warfare, man, that thing is very important because you ever hear it, it's 90% spiritual and 10% physical. So the battle is really a spiritual battle every day. That's why the scripture tells you to guard your gates, your eyes, your ears, everything.
That's right. Because
we don't war against flesh and blood. We war against principles in high places. So it's spirits all the time around you, you know, trying to.
That's right.
That's what that is. Because that's how he comes. He don't come like, hey, come on, bro, let's get into some wickedness.
That's right.
It whisper to you.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, don't that look good right there? And you be like, yeah. So you don't hearken to that spirit. So the spiritual warfare is very important. You got to guard your gates, man.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's right. Even and like you said, your eyes and your ears, them gates, but also your mouth. That's right. Where nothing, you know, what you put in it, that's what let you know it don't defile you because literally you have to bring yourself out those gates.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you have to understand the stuff that you do allow to enter in
will come out their
mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's the disposal. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know how people say, you know, a mouth and a butthole, everybody got one. You feel what I'm saying? So either it can be, you know, that waist jumping up out of that thing, you know what I'm saying, or some life. You feel what I'm saying? The mind like the stomach, like we always talk about. It's like what do you filling your heart with?
Facts.
What are you filling your heart with?
Right.
See, that's gonna be the type of spirit you in. Notice with the spirit, it's nothing physical. It's everything that you can't see. So there's a battle even in the world that you can't see. Because the things, let's say like this, case in point, you physically standing right here in this room.
Right.
You hungry. But in the refrigerator, it's no food. Mm-hmm. And when you reach in your pocket, you only feel the lining. And good and well, it's 0 on them cards.
Here come the test.
There goes the test. Now there's something in between you and that food.
Right.
Now what spirit are you operating in?
Ooh.
Okay. That's what it started doing right there. That's the spiritual battle.
Facts.
Are you gonna not allow your master to provide a way? See, some people want the master just to give them an EBT card and say, go shop, blow your back out. You know what I'm saying? But he not coming like that because he wouldn't serve you those cheap victuals if it was up to him.
Right.
I wouldn't eat that. If I was you, I would not eat that. Why would I endorse it? By bringing you an EBT to fill your house full of it. Now I'm gonna provide you with what you need because it's the desire of your leg.
Right.
He don't desire cake and ice cream and a turkey sandwich and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't do that. So literally, like with man, that's what man desires.
Right.
So to every man is different preferences.
Right.
As long as it's lawful. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. As long as it's lawful. You might like lamb. You might like beef. I might like turkey.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, it pretty much, it good. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So literally like that go to spiritual warfare too. Even in what you eat.
Facts.
They got this old smoking ham over here at this BBQ spot. You know what I'm saying? Smoking ribs. I'm talking they got the vents piping out there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Burger King got the Baconator the BK bacon.
Oh
man.
yeah.
You know the big bacon.
King bacon.
They just call it the big
bacon.
Oh, it ain't even. They got a thin slice of beef on there
with 8 stacks of bacon.
Okay, they know. Guess what they know? Spiritual warfare.
Facts.
We in nakedness and thirst and in need of everything. If I can just fix this up, all I got to do is put the smoke in the air. I didn't give it to them. They came and got it.
Facts.
Being in hunger and in thirst and in need of everything. So now you see the spiritual warfare. So you be telling people, you shouldn't eat pork. But what if that's the only thing he can afford is that family pack of pork chops? And he don't got the law. Jeez. But see, then it tells you that when your neighbor see you in that situation, he should bring a bag of groceries over there then. Don't just sit there and talk about the pork chop. Hey, throw that pork chop away. I brought y'all a few of these thin cut steaks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let us come in and dine with you.
Right.
And we can eat as a family. Right. Now that's a way in the door to introduce yourself and introduce your mighty one to them. Right. What's better than to sit at a table and feed a family in need? And they've been looking for, and they probably been praying for a way.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So when we sit here and ridicule people, man, that might be the only pack of meat in their refrigerator.
That's right.
So what we gonna do about it? Talk about the pork eater or help them out? Provide a healthier choice or another option.
Got to provide them a way.
We have to. Right. So if we know better, we got to do better. That's a spiritual warfare too.
Right.
Because it's a job out there really that's need to be fulfilled, but we'll rather take the job that'll feed us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's a spiritual battle. See, everything in this life is that spiritual battle, but it's your flesh that actually goes to whichever way. That's the physical display of the invisible spirit.
Right.
If you are in the world, that's where your spirit is comfortable. That's what your pull. If you one of righteousness, then you no longer care about these things out here in the world.
Right.
But you have to combat them. You have to get a covering. You notice that these words are your covering. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And your faith and your walk is the armor. If I'm going this way and there's no folly that way, I'm walking further and further and further and further away from the folly.
Facts.
So I'll never see it eventually. One day I won't ever see it again. But if I'm walking towards the folly, it's going to keep getting louder and louder. And it's going to be hard to get out of it.
Right.
That's how you know when Joshua said, when he heard the people in tumult down there, he said, man, they down there. He said, what they down there doing? They celebrating? He said, the people in trouble. And Moses was like, nah, man. They down there celebrating.
Facts.
That's what we doing now.
Facts.
We down here celebrating
Bully.
in the midst of confusion.
Facts.
The only way we can get over it is celebrate. But they don't even know what they celebrate.
Sheesh.
Don't even know what they celebrate. I'm just trying to get over this stress. I just need to go celebrate, girl.
Facts.
Oh, I'm mourning. I'm so low. I just had my heart broke. I just need to go celebrate, Holmes.
Sheesh.
So we popping bottles and doing all that to the mourning and the dysfunction. And you wonder why it keeps going.
Right.
Because somebody just want to celebrate to the dysfunction.
Sheesh.
Let's have a divorce party. We'll be right back, man.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha. You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.
And I'm your host. It's your favorite eye. We love it, Dawood.
It's your favorite eye. And I'm your co-host, Script Flow. Woo! 613 Split It Ash. All esteem to YAHUAH.
All esteem to YAHUAH.
And I'm your co-host, Mish Pat. Burn 'em up, Mish.
Burn 'em up, Mish.
All esteem to YAHUAH.
All esteem to YAHUAH.
And you back at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
Ooh,
Like to get some quick shout outs here from TVS.
Shout out.
We at the Real Tour Broadcasting System.
Okay.
And we here. I'd like to give a shout out first to YV Studios and Burn 'em Up Productions. I'd like to give a shout out to MyCultureFavorite.com for all your righteous music needs. Shout out to 613splash.com for all your righteous thread.
Shout
out to the Way 613 for all your righteous content.
Shout out.
And y'all be looking forward for the next episode of that Facts Over Feelings. Bloodline coming soon.
Ooh, gotta stay out your bag.
Facts. And we back in my segment, the second segment, where we're going to the world's perspective versus YAHUAH's perspective. And today speaking on spiritual warfare.
Facts.
So when it comes to dealing with spiritual warfare, when it comes to warfare and being in the physical with warfare, people would, like when you look at the military, the army, they have their helmets and they got their, what would you call, bulletproof vests, all these different type of things that protect them from physical harm. But like as Dad said in the first one, it's not a physical battle, it's spiritual, which is not, it's opposed to the physical. So it's not going to touch anything physical, it's all spiritual.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to that, from YAHUAH's perspective, he provides us with the helmets and the breastplate and the sword to keep us protected from these type of things that we can't physically protect ourselves from.
Absolutely. That's right.
So when we take YAHUAH armor and we put that on, it keeps us protected from them type of battles.
That's right.
That's
Yes,
right.
and he's saying,
Sheesh.
and that's what YAHUAH like on that. This man can't, his bulletproof vest and everything he made, it still need improvement.
Right.
You know, YAHUAH saying, put on this,
for sure.
won't nothing penetrate it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally you have to think that's spiritual too. For a man to put that on and have to protect himself from he the robber and the one that's pillaging someone's village, but he gotta put a vest on.
Sheesh.
Of course they gonna shoot back. Of course they gonna protect themselves. You're
Right.
pillaging them.
We're not protected.
Yeah, they of course those brothers. I'm glad they gonna protect themselves. They gonna protect their women and they gonna protect their children. That's called
Right.
men.
Facts.
Even if they got rocks and sticks, they gonna lay it down
Facts.
for the village.
That's all right.
We ain't built like that. We ain't built like that. We see our sisters get slapped by a Chinese man.
Don't do nothing.
I don't care if he was Bruce Lee himself.
I'm in the.
But that boy know he's no match. That Wing Chi is no match for this.
No match.
That Wing Chun or whatever that boy said, right? Is no match for these beaters. But don't you ever in your life do that in front of me. Them actuals. That's the point, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's even spiritual. It says that due to these curses, a sound of a leaf shall send a man running 7 ways.
Facts.
Shall send men running 7 ways by the sound of a leaf. That's scared.
Jeez.
The gang pull up. He outside like this. Pull up here right now. Police pull up. He like, hey, how this? Don't tell them folk my name. I'm gonna go in the room. You know what I'm saying? See, that's what it's talking about.
That's fact. That's what it's talking about.
Facts.
You out there rooting and tooting and shooting. He ready to do it though.
Yeah.
Lil Pee Wee wasn't. Lil Pee Wee wasn't with the. He wasn't with it.
Lil Pee Wee.
But you know the local PD pulled up with it though.
You
right.
Weird no more.
Get down. Get on the ground right now.
You lay down.
You lay down. Okay, I'm gonna put it down too. They tripping, man. You see on live, they tripping. See that what I'm saying?
Right.
Sheesh.
But look at the way we is with each other. That's spiritual.
That's fact.
It said that the tender and gentle man amongst you shall have an evil eye towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom, and shall leave the remnant of his children.
That's up. Sheesh.
That's spiritual. If you didn't see this, then the scriptures ain't real. You have to see your brother hating your brother due to lack of moral uprightness.
Right.
Because if not, the scriptures won't read.
Well, that mean that you wouldn't need them. If it was already good, we wouldn't need these instructions.
That's fact.
He's saying due to we didn't accept these instructions, look at us.
Right.
That's spiritual too. Because literally you have to take these words you're reading and apply it to the life you see now. To see a spiritual Israel. We not in our land. So it's going to be these curses as a sign. It's going to be that hard-headedness as a sign.
Facts.
That we are the people. If you did something outside in front of something, and that's not your parent, they going to be like, I'm going to tell your mom on you. But if you was out there and you did something in front of your parent, they going to wear you out.
Facts.
So we wondering why we getting wore out. There's an answer for that. That's spiritual too.
Spiritual.
It said, I punish you only for your iniquities. It says for the nations and have never known my judgments, nor my statutes. So how would they feel that whooping?
Right.
They feeling it now. Let me get a coronavirus with lime. You should have never ate a bat. You should have never ate a bat. Like
bullet.
Whatever the luck wig, the love wig. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't eat that.
Sheesh.
The Most High say, look, Yahuwah says, if you eat that, this could happen to you. It shall bring pestilence and sicknesses that shall cleave to you till it destroy you. Now that was for Israel first. Till you put it on TV, trying to flash it, trying to sell us bat sandwiches.
Better get taxed.
See, if you gonna give me horse meat, at least let me choose. Because we have a law. Don't try to slip a horse patty to me. Cause then it ain't straight up. You gotta let me pick the poison. That makes me sin. You can't sneak it to me, then make me sin. You gotta give it to me straight up. So anybody choosing to do that, guess what Yahuwah showed them? Just in case you choose to eat bad. You can join in this drinking party too.
It's like a 90,000 pay.
Oh, boy.
Sheesh.
No one's playing but the nations.
Right.
It said Yahuwah shall not be mocked.
Yo, facts.
How long did people think you was gonna keep saying he don't exist.
Facts.
He don't exist. He don't exist. How did he let this shooting happen? I thought he didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
How you blame him for the shootings, but he didn't exist? How you blame him for the disease rates, but he don't exist? He doing exactly what you asked him to do. Get out my life.
Facts.
So he got out your life.
Bullet.
Message. Just like that.
Sheesh. Facts.
And people, I want him back in. Thinking that you can say, okay, I won't do it. Just come back one more time. Like he a human. Like he can't discern your heart.
Right.
What?
Alright.
That's spiritual too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Sheesh.
Because you gotta have respect. Say the first thing to knowledge is respect for YAHUAH. You gotta respect.
Mm-hmm.
So how you say it don't exist and you can respect it if it don't exist to you?
There's no respect.
Why you think people cheat?
Facts.
A person don't do it right in front of the person. If they were that bold, it wouldn't be called cheating.
Bullet.
So you not done.
Facts.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.
Yeah. Connect though. They like where they been at for a minute. Yeah, rising to the kingdom, lock it down, human padlock. They fighting for $1 bucket near the Michael Wall stacks. Love all pure, nothing cut. This that straight drop. Live before YAHUAH. I'ma show 'em till the Drakes drop. Juvenile jumped about the furnace. I'm a hot boy. Found out a lot of brothers green bag of bok choy. Young fisherman, but I never smellin' fishy though. YAHUAH put his words anywhere like a sticky note. I've been in the cloud, drawn closer to the mighty hand. Every day I try to make a toast, brought a lot of jam. Said I ain't good to be alone, I brought a lot of fam. Mel ain't talking for the business, got a market spam. Picture looking sweet for a brew, shoot candy can. 8K new beginning footage, that's another round. Never cast pearls to a pig, yeah, I'm going lamb. Rolling with the king, we'll turn his what's up with the truth? Yeah, what's up with the truth? I only want the truth, yeah, I only want the truth. I just gotta have the truth, man, I gotta have the truth. I can only have the truth, I can only have the truth. What's up with the truth? Man, what's up with the truth? I only want the truth, man, I only want the truth. I gotta have the truth, yeah, I gotta have the truth. I can only have the truth, I can only have the truth. What's up with the truth?
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.
And I'm your co-host, Mish Pot. Burn 'em up, Mish.
Burn 'em up, Mish.
And I'm your co-host, Script Flair. Woo! A 613 split it ass. All esteem to YAHUAH.
All esteem to YAHUAH. And it's your host, it's your favorite doc, beloved Dawood.
It's your favorite doc.
Man, we appreciate everybody come through. Just a bit, boy, I said, shout out to the whole urban servants conglomerate, man. Hey, everybody out here, we got a lot of urban servants.
Yeesh.
It's a lot of serving out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of serving out here. Hey, man. Hey, we trying to beat Mickey D's. No clowning around. 99 billion. So it ain't even 99 billion people on earth. We gonna serve you 4 or 5 times if we have to. Okay, so that's what we talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe they gonna show up one day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as we saying, y'all, we gonna actually try to make sure y'all tuning in and hitting that subscribe button.
Right.
And getting y'all latest updates with the urban servants. You know what I mean? An urban servant is all over the earth. You know what I'm saying? He could be the one changing your oil.
Facts.
But he got that word.
Facts.
And the oil shop is his.
Facts.
Because that's what it is. That's who it is to serve. When you serve a master, he teach you also how to be a master.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying? So you become his servant, but a master over your own possessions. Because he teach you how to be a great steward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we must learn first because we have abused everything in life that we had. We was abusers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even of our sisters, of the drink, of
True.
substances, the sweets, all the fat of the earth. We actually, you know what I'm saying, had us a shelf, had our plate. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time to, change that appetite. So literally you have to start to crave different things. That's spiritual too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you see that the more you see people, I know people who never ate seafood their whole life, so they never desired it. So when you talk about shrimp, crab, they go, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But another person who grew up in New Orleans or something where there was a delicacy, it's harder for them to get off of it because they, grandma, like my mom was like 104, still on the crabs and the lobsters. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for them to believe that, you know what I'm saying, crab and lobster don't kill you until you say a day to the Most High is 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. So if you was living a day, just a day, in the Most High day in His sight, you will live to see 1,000. So what is 104? Nothing. That's 10%. That's like 10% of what's going on there. You only live 10% of life. Jeez. If this was something, when people say fulfill, that means full, complete. Right. So at a fulfill rate of your life, you only did 10%. A lot of us don't even jump in the even double digit percentile. Right. That's like most. Feel what I'm saying? Of 1,000-year period. So believing the world, that's what got us limited. Right. You know what I'm saying? Limited. So you'll see that's spiritual. Because one thing is telling you can live, and this other thing telling you nobody can live like that. But then they tell you the story where they cut him down. Again, we have to remind you they cut him down. But just like that tree outside, if it was untouched, look how tall it get. Right. That thing, you don't know when that thing was here. That's a fact, huh? That tree done outlived everybody out here. You feel what I'm saying? He was not hewn down, man was. So that's why he would definitely chill you. A tree that's hewn down, of course it died because you cut it from its root. Mm-hmm. But allow it to stay connected to YAHUAH untouched. And see how long it lived. You see why he want to separate us from the murderer? Right. Because if the world seen us actually planted in our spot where nobody could touch us, or we'll outlive the world. Just like that. Right. But we don't want YAHUAH to prove that true to us. Because we just talk, set apart. I'm set apart. That's spiritual too. Feel what I'm saying? I would not have no resemblance of a Christian if I was set apart. Right. I would not have a resemblance of a Muslim if I was set apart. Right. So if I walk up and somebody asks me this, you a Muslim? I'm not set apart. I ain't gonna count. Mm-hmm. You might ask me, am I Muslim? I'm not set apart enough. Right. I gotta work on my brew. Now I don't get, are you the Muslim speech no more. I don't. Like, I don't know, who else do, but I don't get the, are
don't
you
even
Muslim?
Hear that no more.
Yeah. Now that's way past that stage.
We first say I'm done eating pork.
With no fringes, with no fringes or nothing on. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They just don't confuse you with a Muslim because that's set apart. Folks like, oh, Muslims don't act like that. Right. Muslims walking around here with bald head, bald faces. Mm-hmm. That's right. In the scriptures, that's an abomination, bro. Right. Yeah. You know why? Because when a young man's growing up, it's a tool to distinguish him from his young man to his adulthood. Right. When you get your beard, it's to get you ready to go into your adulthood. You know that peach fuzz get up on. Now, nobody going to shape you up or shave it off. Right. You had brothers encourage you. Oh, look at him. You see if it come in a little peach fuzz, that boy might be there. Okay. Yeah. Now, he might be there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you knew it was a real thing amongst the brothers. Because we have that camaraderie with each other now. You got brother with big beards. You got brothers who got the patch. You got brothers who don't have nothing and wish they, had a little beard. Right. So, but it's all fun between us. Mm-hmm. But if you walk in with that bald face, even homes who can't grow a beard gonna roast you by their beard.
Like, what you got going on?
Now that's the brew. Now that's the brew community. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know with us, Muslims eat shrimp, crab, lobster. Right? I know some Muslims eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and they say that that's not against their holy Quran. Now, if you read our scriptures, that's against our customary. That's actually an abomination. You feel me? So we don't resemble that.
Mhm.
Now, if I'm telling you law, you know I don't resemble no Christian. Off the top, as soon as I say law, Christian dead. You know I ain't no Christian. Because a Christian gonna tell you the law, man, the law done away with.
Right.
Or particular laws are done away with. Because they do say the commandments are cool, but then Mashiach say, well, if you leaned it on these two, you'll make it to the kingdom.
Right.
Just these two. Love your Most High with all your might. You know what I'm saying? All your soul. You know what I'm saying? Just love the Most High and love your brother as you love yourself.
Right.
Leaning on them. So if I love the law right, and I treat my brother as I treat myself, I mean, I'm treating my brother lawful.
Right.
Now, if I don't love the law, I'm just one of those type to say the law done away with. How am I treat my brother like I treat myself?
Right.
Yeah, you don't even know how to treat yourself. You eat what you want, drink what you want, do what you want, and it's all abominable to you. So you're not really even good for yourself.
Right.
Where you think gout come from? That's not a natural sickness. Cancer is not a natural sickness. If that was a natural sickness, but somebody will come out the womb with cancer.
Right.
We will all be coming out with cancer. Then you gotta say, okay, now it might be on the soul.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not happening.
Right.
This is something that's attaching to you because of your hard-headedness.
That wickedness of
That's
hereditary, not that disease.
Now the Most High light on us.
Right.
If it took 100 years for grandma to pass on that pork, was he not merciful?
Boy.
She had 100 calendars to just look at it and say, man, let me stop eating this thing. How you know grandma wouldn't have lived to see 200?
Sheesh.
We don't know because we won't stop eating it.
Bullet.
You feel what I'm saying?
Sheesh.
So you won't know if it works until you apply that spiritual tool. Because when you look at the world, when we look at the world, it's your perspective.
Right.
Do you believe what the world tell you? National Geographic, Google, or do you believe what the word of YAHUAH said?
Right.
This is bondage, confusion. You feel what I'm saying? That's spiritual. So if you're not equipped for it to know what you have to be equipped to even handle what you're about to face. That's the point of setting you apart, teaching you the law first, getting you ready. Because the battle, and then he just don't throw you into war. He makes sure that you not only physically ready, but spiritually ready for the things that you're about to experience. Because we experience the physical thing that we experience, you got to look at the very person that's talking to you. It may be your mother or your grandmother, but the spirit in her is not your mother and of a grandmother.
Right.
Or of an uncle, or of a cousin. So you got to say, what is that? And that's when the respected person thing have to cease. Because if you do that, if it says if you break one of the laws, you have broken them all. You know what I'm saying? So that no respected person, just like when people saying, you know what I'm saying, like just to tap on this little subject. I'm just gonna tap on it, just a drill. But with the that Kobe thing, right? People are definitely, you know what I'm saying, looking at it like, well, y'all, if your mama died and your grandma died, I'm gonna be on your page and make sure I pick on you for it. Now, it ain't like nobody said I prayed for Kobe to die and he died. No, they said due to his iniquities, the Most High took his life. Now, you can't say I controlled this helicopter, pulled anything from it, did nothing with that. What they're saying is, it's unfortunate about his demise, right? Because we would pray that he would have it right before his demise, being he's a brother. But that's out of our hands. We can't make those choices. But this should be an example where money can't save your life. Right. Your celebrity status can't save your life from the great creator. It shouldn't be. Now, if we're being insensitive by not respecting his family, us as Brews, know that that's a mournful situation. No matter what we feel about it, he got, wife, daughter, brothers, cousins, and all that stuff too.
Right.
So we can't be insensitive to that, but we're judging the, death. When you say death, man does not control that unless, you know what I'm saying, I'm the man behind the gun, but that still don't mean I control it. Because I know people who've been hit like up close like multiple times and still walking around here functioning.
Yeah, right now.
Right. And I know somebody who got hit right here in the forearm and he dead right now. So it's really in the Most High hands. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? It's people who done survive straight plane wrecks in Alaska and be just out there stranded. And then you got Kobe,
right,
who malfunctioned in that and passed away. That's not in our hands.
Right.
All we saying is, I would rather be in Alaska alive, waiting on YAHUAH to come on swoop me, than that situation. Feel what I'm saying? So we got to know who our covering is and who we actually dependent on to protect us.
Right.
So no one is, I don't know from any other perspective, but from the culture, from our, the servant's perspective, that's where we coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Iniquity, sin, life, death. You do good, you get life. You do evil, you get death. Yeah. So that's the way our manual is set up. Right. So that's our mind. You don't die if you're doing good.
That's right.
You live. You got that's spiritual too. You know what I'm saying? So it's what you believe, man.
That's facts.
Because doing good, people they say they doing good every day because they live in that good house and do them. I'm choosing good. People have a big pile of crab legs and say, I'm eating good.
Whoa.
But according to the Most High, see, that's a good to the world, to YAHUAH.
Facts.
But you can't see YAHUAH, that's spiritual.
Facts.
But you think that his laws don't matter until that crab leg give you a disease.
Facts.
And you pass away from it. Now people bawling over you, over your casket, when he said, this is the way to live. But if you keep doing this, it is going to consume you.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals.
It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha. Kia.
Yeah. It's your favorite eye. Big facts. Burn them all, miss. Brothers. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just a product of the scripts. Yeah. I'm just a product of them scripts. We live forever, catch my drill. Hey, that's forever, catch my drill. The perfect man, they call him myth. Yeah, they call him myth. I'm just a product of the scripts. Yeah, of them scripts. Yeah. I'm working hard, nothing easy does it. Ain't easy. Cut off the claws and got out the bucket. I did. Just say I'm chose, never call me lucky. We chose. That Torah lightning and it finally struck me. Soon to be plushy, but I started dusty. Oh yeah. Left out all 11, didn't end up puffy. Fly that YAHUAH Express, I used to ride a Huffy. Yeah. And I've been hurt the worst by those who said they love me. Later with the words, I like it action-packed. I'm just a man, why you lying? Keep that thing a rack. Yeah, when you keep it honest, people feel attacked. That's why I'm bouncing when I scoop, playing ball and jacks. Bring it back to YAHUAH for a major cut. That's why I keep giving this goodness, get my favor up. The bigger the fam, the more it fill this table up. He opened some doors, get counsel that enables us. Yeah, I'm just a product of them scripts. We live forever, catch my drill. Hey, that's forever, catch my drill. The perfect man, they call him myth. Yeah, they call him myth. I'm just a product of the scripts. Yeah, of them scripts. I'm just a product of the scripts. Yeah, I'm just a product of them scripts. We live forever, catch my drill. Hey, that's forever, catch my drill. The perfect man, they call him myth. Yeah, they call him myth. I'm just a product of the scripts. Yeah, of them scripts. Of them scripts. Of them scripts. Big facts.
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.
And we definitely we key y'all all summer long too.
Key y'all.
It's gonna, man, we gonna get dunked on. You might get kicked. You might be all type of stuff coming, man. Look, you got the Bruce Lee coming. You got the Grateful 12. You got the Brew Russell. You got the Forever 5.
Whoa.
Kia. Oh man. And y'all already know, man, at the end we're gonna put the end, but we're gonna leave the people I want an encouraging word, man, with the encouraging word. So this is the encouraging, you know what I'm saying? This is how we gotta do, spend more time encouraging each other versus breaking each other down. And based on the matter, you know, of spiritual warfare, we always the things that it tell you that you work on, as we was talking about, these are the things that you need to work out and get strengthened. See, if you're working on your combat skills, these are the combat skills you have to work on. Not worrying about things, faith, those combat skills that it tell you to have. When we don't work at these things, they become weaker, but our desire for other things becomes stronger. But when we actually start to desire to be faithful, we start to try to apply that action. Right. So faithful is not just a word, it comes with an action. If somebody did you wrong, slapped you down, kicked you down, and left you when you were down and out, you wouldn't call them faithful. Faithful is there through thick and thin, you know what I'm saying, whether the weather is cold or hot. You know what I'm saying? They there with you. You feel what I'm saying? Through the rough, through anything, the adversity. So that's what we see here. So when we have to exact that to our faith with the Father. So we have to let Him see our faithful acts. So as long as we putting our best effort out there, He said, do it with your might, your soul. You know what I'm saying? With your heart. He didn't say with another man's heart. You can't do that. You have to do it with all that you have. So if someone is trying to limit you, 10 times out of 10, not 9, 10, that's the devil. Right. And you better call him the devil, no matter who it is. No matter who it is. Because they should not be trying to take you away from having faith in your Creator. Okay?
You are now at the brew spot with the Brewfessionals. It's the Brewfessionals, baby. Ha ha.